When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. And when I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man that goes along with you. And when I come home, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
Please be seated. Thank you, friends and family, for being here to celebrate Lisa and Matt's commitment to building a life together. As we begin, I'd like everyone to take a moment to notice the temperature. What do you hear? What do you feel on your skin? Can you taste anything at the moment? Can you feel the speed of your heart? Can you feel the movement of your breath? Fast? Slow? Which sensations are giving you pleasure right now? Which ones are less pleasurable? Do any of the sensations in your body change as you wonder why the bride and groom are standing here holding mason jars of dirt? These are the physical sensations of this moment, the 10,000 joys and 10,000 sorrows that exist in every individual in the time it takes between heartbeats. Lisa and Matt have chosen to mix their joys and sorrow like the dirt that blends to form a garden bed. Each individual grain is still present, but the new soil is twice as strong, twice as nourishing. We had family and friends bring soil from the places where Lisa and Matt grew, where they had roots. In marriage, Lisa and Matt are joining their experiences as individuals to create a new soil. Each of their experiences of every moment will still be present, but together their garden will be rich in the nutrients needed to cultivate loving kindness, honesty, and generosity from one moment to the next. Notice any new physical sensations as we collectively dream of what will grow. So the following is a Blessing for the Journey by Sensei Wendy Igyoku Nakao. Let us vow to bear witness to the wholeness of life, realizing the completeness of each and everything.
Embracing our differences, I shall know myself as you, and you as myself. May we serve each other all our days, here, there, and everywhere.
Let us vow to open ourselves to the abundance of life.
Freely giving and receiving, I shall care for you, for the trees and stars, as treasures of my very own.
May we be grateful for all our days, here, there, and everywhere. Let us vow to forgive all hurt caused by ourselves and others, and to never condone hurtful ways.
Being responsible for my actions, I shall free myself and you. Will you free me too?
May we be kind for all our days, here, there, and everywhere. Let us vow to remember that all that appears will disappear.
In the midst of uncertainty, I shall sow love. Here, now, I call to you. Let us together live the great peace that we are. May we give no fear for all our days, here, there, and everywhere.
As we observe Lisa and Matt nourish the roots of their future growth together, every so often I'd like you to check in with the temperature again, the speed of your heart, the movement of your breath. These sensations are the firstlings of Lisa and Matt's promise to one another, the first moments to grow out of the commitment of their love. Allow yourself to witness these sensations as fully as we hope Lisa and Matt will experience the 10,000 joys and 10,000 sorrows of their long life together. A life that will grow alongside this yew tree at Brant Lake. Matt, will you please bless this ring with your vows to Lisa?
Lisa, it's strange how life is. I never would have thought that 11 years ago on a random spring night, I would go out with a bunch of friends and be introduced to the woman who would become my wife. I don't remember my exact thoughts, but it must have been something close to, who is this cute ball of energy? Since then, we've experienced changes, we have continued to grow. We've had a long journey to get to this point. But in a lot of ways, we're still at the beginning, and I'm excited for the next chapter of our life. Over the last 11 years, I have learned many things about you. You are kind, you speak your mind, you are patient, you are incredibly self-aware, you are sensitive, you are cute as a button, you are funny, you have a great hearty laugh, you are intelligent, and you like all the nerdy things that I do, whether it's old Nintendo games, Star Wars, Game of Thrones, or whatever will come up next. But most of all, you understand me. You make me want to be the best version of myself and understand sometimes when I fall short. You are there to comfort me, listen to me, and hold me when the times are tough. I've learned that the measure of love is not how you act when the times are good, but how you act when the times are not so good. Over the last decade, time and time again, you have been there for me. You refuse to believe that there isn't any problem or any issue that can't be worked out by just talking about it. You taught me that it's okay to tell others how you feel and how to be really honest. I'm so happy to be standing here before you, our family, and friends, pronouncing our love for each other. I now make the following vows to you. I vow to love you as you deserve to be loved, with admiration, adoration, passion, kindness, and respect, and to treat you as an equal partner. I vow to give you hugs and kisses whenever you're sad, or whenever watching a Disney movie, or whenever you need one for no reason at all. I vow to create pillow forts with you. I vow that you will always be my #1 cuddle bunny and Khaleesi. I vow to support your interests and nourish your passions. I vow to remain loyal to you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I vow to take you seriously when you need to be taken seriously, and to laugh with you the rest of the time, because it's more fun to be silly than to be serious. I vow to take care of you when you are sick, sleepy, or sad, or just when you forget to take care of yourself. I vow that I will love you even during football season when the Patriots are playing the Giants. You're my true love. I solemnly make these vows to you for the rest of our lives. Let this ring be a token of the vows I make to you.
And Lisa. Lisa, will you please bless this ring with your vows to Matt?
Matt, when I think back over the last 11 years, there's been one constant in my life, and that's you. 11 summers ago, I was working at the ice cream parlor, and every night when I got home, I couldn't wait to get on AIM and talk to you. I found it so easy and comfortable to confide and share with you, even back then. I knew somehow that what we had was special. Back on Halloween of 2007, when you and I weren't dating, we had a conversation together on the sidewalk in Mission Hill, Boston. And I had a glimpse of what our long future would be. Since that day, you and I have been moving closer and closer to that future. Today, I believe we have met that future. And I am excited to take this next step with you and start our long journey together. We have seen so much together. Through it all, you have been there for me, walking by my side, growing in parallel, either as a friend, boyfriend, or fiancé. No one in this world knows me the way that you do. And now we get to walk side by side, hand in hand, as husband and wife. This world throws us so many unknowns and so many unanswered questions, but it's those moments when we have to face the unknown and when I feel closest to you, because we find something new about each other that makes the relationships stronger. The one thing I know to be true is that my love for you is my love for you, and that you are the one that I want to spend the rest of my life with. Today and each day to come, I vow to love you for exactly who you are and listen with a compassionate heart. I vow to comfort you, support you, and hold you close when times get rough. I vow to celebrate, do silly dances, and kiss you in moments of triumph. I vow to never take you for granted. I vow to be your biggest supporter and encourage you to pursue what you truly want in this life. And lastly, I vow to love you every day for the rest of my days. As I think of the future, I get excited for what life will bring us on our journey. Our children, our family, our adorable dogs we have yet to adopt, our home that we make together, our experiences and victories, and even our struggles will make us stronger than we are now. As we put on these rings today, let our powers combine to build something beautiful and strong. It's dangerous to go alone. So I give myself to you and you alone. Let my ring be a symbol to you of that always. I love you. You are and always will be my lovey, my Ninu, my me too, my everything.
Do you, Matt, promise to uphold your vows and to foster love, kindness, generosity, and life with Lisa as your wedded wife?
I do.
Do you, Lisa, promise to uphold your vows and to foster love, kindness, generosity, and life with Matt as your wedded husband?
I do.
And a Buddhist blessing. Do not deceive. Do not despise each other anywhere. Do not be angry or bear secret resentment, for as a mother will risk her life and watches over her child, so boundless be your love to all, so tender, kind, and mild. Cherish goodwill right and left, early and late, and without hindrance, without stint. Be free of hate and envy, while standing and walking and sitting down. Whatever you have in mind, the rule of life is that it is always best to be loving kind. Again, everyone, notice your heart, your breath, the rain, the space around your tummy. And by the power vested in me by Lisa and Matt, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Lisa, Matt, as the final seal of the promises you've made today, and as a celebration of this fleeting moment, you may join in a kiss. Friends and family, the Toski Soro family. Mr. and Mrs. Safro and Sora.
Unforgettable, that's what you are.
Unforgettable, though near or far.
Like a song of love that clings to me, how the thought of you does things to me never before has someone been more
unforgettable in every way,
and forevermore. That's how you'll stay.
That's how you'll stay.
That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable
thinks that I am unforgettable too. Someone been more
unforgettable
in every way, and forevermore. That's how you'll stay.
That's how you stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible
that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Lisa's sister, Karen. She has two sisters. I'm one of the middle sisters with her. So I want to start off by telling a story. When my older sister, Claire, was planning for her wedding and getting married, louder? Louder? Can we get a little louder? Okay, is that a little better? All right. So when my older sister Claire was planning her wedding, my dad approached me and said, well, Karen, you have two choices. You can have a joint wedding with Claire, or you can have a joint wedding with Lisa, because I can't handle 3 weddings. Well, Dad, we got through 3 weddings, and you did a magnificent job. And I just want to say thank you to my mom and dad for making this day a reality for Lisa and Matt. I know they appreciate that. And also Matt's parents as well. Thank you for all of your help in making this happen. And thank you for all of you for coming. I know a lot of you have traveled far and wide through rain and crazy weather to get here, but I know that Lisa and Matt really appreciate every single person that's here today. So let me tell you a little bit about life growing up with Lisa. So we'll keep it pretty good, but I would say we had a typical sisterly relationship. In my point of view, Lisa's goal as we were growing up was to try and get me in as much trouble as possible. She always was following me around wanting to hang out with my friends. She was always borrowing my clothes without asking. She was always finding ways to tell embarrassing stories about me to people that I was trying to date. So that was always nice too. But we had some great times too. We liked to put on shows or plays. Thank you to all our relatives who watched those as we grew up. And obviously it turned out into a career for Lisa. We loved watching some of our favorite movies together and quoting them. We liked staying up late learning NSYNC dances together. We'll bust those out later, don't worry. And we loved having really serious, deep conversations about Harry Potter. But, as we got older, she started to not be viewed in my eyes as much as an annoying kid sister anymore. She started to grow up into a beautiful, strong, independent woman. And there are some traits I really admire about Lisa. And Matt, these are things you already know, but you have to look forward to as your journey continues. But she stands up for the things she believes in. She's not afraid to let her feelings be known, which we all know, and sometimes that can be a good thing, maybe sometimes not. But I think the best thing about Lisa is she's extremely loyal to those that she loves, and she will go to battle for you no matter what. So Matt, you can always count on Lisa to have your back. But I love the relationship that we've developed, and I look forward to the relationship that it continues to grow into. So we've known Matt for a while, as you all know. But there was one instance in my mind where I knew, oh my gosh, this is the guy for her. And in our family, in particular, the Tosti women tend to be pretty competitive when it comes to board games. And we can be a little defensive, and we have to be right, and we have to win. And we were playing Scrabble at Clifton Park, and I remember Lisa spelled a word wrong or played a word wrong, and Matt said, oh, honey, I think you spelled that word wrong. And I was waiting for the bottom to fall out. But instead, she said, oh my gosh, you're right. And she took the tiles back, and I must have sat there with my jaw on the floor. And thought, if he can talk to her like that and she is okay with it, they are a match made in heaven. So Matt, I like to think of you and Lisa as the yin to the yang, and I looked up actually what that means. What does that really mean in philosophy? Because I didn't really know. And I think it's actually really beautiful. It means that individually you're great, you need the light and you need the dark, but when you come together, you complement each other, and you're stronger even together than you are individually. So I think that really speaks a lot about your relationship. Individually, we love you, we think you're great, but together you're even stronger. So you guys have been through a lot together, lots of ups and downs, lots of successes and maybe some failures, disappointments, but you've stuck through it. So I don't really know what advice I can give you because you've been through a lot married couples have already been through. But I was recently reading an article that said the key to a happy marriage is kindness and generosity. And I know that you guys are already kind and you're generous, but it was talking about being kind when it's difficult to be kind. So I think in your vows you said when the Patriots are playing the Giants, that would be a good time to be kind. Or when you're in the middle of an argument, that's a good time to remember to be kind. And to be generous to each other even when it's late and there's a lot to do at home and the laundry needs to be done and the dishes need to be done, to help your partner out and be generous even when you feel like you don't have much to give. So be kind and be generous. And lastly, I want to end with a quote. The first is for you, Matt. This is from Star Wars. Compassion, which I would define as unconditional love, is essential to a Jedi's life. So you might say that we are encouraged to love. So Matt, I would say as a Jedi, follow that and we encourage you to love. And for Lisa, this one's from Harry Potter. You are protected, in short, by your ability to love. So continue to love each other, continue to protect each other, be kind to one another, be generous with each other, and I wish you a long and happy life. So if everyone could raise a glass of the Tosti Asti that we got in specifically for the Tosti family. Cheers to Matt and Lisa.
So, I'm not sure how I'm going to top that, but I'm going to give it a shot. So, good evening, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Peter. I'm Matt's little brother. I've had the good fortune of knowing only a world where Matt is my brother. Matt has been a supportive, patient, sometimes bossy, but with good reason, older brother. I consider myself so lucky to have his presence in my life, guiding me in a positive direction. I also had the opportunity to meet Lisa the same day that Matt did over 10 years ago. It was a goofy night like many others, filled with shenanigans and a random encounter with a B-list celebrity. She was, as she is now, fun-loving, silly, and just one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. To see them grow from that day and stand by each other through the ups and downs has been something very special to watch. It was great being around during those first few years during their relationship, and admittedly seeing my brother and best friend of over 25 years pack up and head over 100 miles away was a difficult sight to see. It was 1,000. Maybe we'll make it 1,000 miles. However, I could take comfort in knowing that Matt had a wonderful support in Lisa, someone who would look out for him and push his life in a positive direction. Their journey has included distances near and far, a collection of different states, and a large set of family and friends. Today they took the step to become partners and pledge their lives to one another. They promise to continue loving and supporting each other for all the years to come. Matt and Lisa, we all wish you so many blessings and wonderful things. We wish you many years of happiness, health, and fulfillment. We wish you nothing but the best in your future. And I'd like to raise a glass to Matt and Lisa, to laughter, to love, and to a beautiful new beginning. Congratulations to you both. We love you all. We all love you.
to the house.